Right, we're back. This is update number 26, and I've got my camera now running on DC power, so not battery, so it shouldn't shut off anyway for now until I switch it off. And what I want to do now is go back to page 10, section 10, because I want to add the periscope top to the actual periscope that we did earlier on. And I did do the whole build on this, and I don't think it came out when I did the last update, because I think I lost it. But anyway, so what we're going to do is put it on there. What is, if you notice on here, it's got the little bit of a dot comes on, which is this bit here, comes to the back. So now what I've got to do is put this periscope on that way, so it's facing this way. So I'm going to put a bit of extra fin on it. This is the one we're going to be using. Well, the colour of the top helps a little bit, so I'm going to put a bit on top. There you go. And coming with this on top. That's got to go into the middle. Oops, that didn't do very well, did it? Come off straight away. So I'm going to do that. They're stuck in them. Now what I've got to do now is make sure it's actually centered. It's not, but it has been now, so that's centered slightly. Right, now it's got to be twisted like that. Could be straight away. There you go, and that's done. So I'm going to put a bit underneath just to make sure it does go on nicely. I'm going to do that. Got done sand in there, and I did some sand in there, and it definitely helps it. There you go. So that's the bit we went back to, so I can actually put that aside now. I'll stick it down in the old submarine like that. There you go, it's done. You can't see it, but it's actually sticking in the tower at the back. So now what we want to do now is basically, we've done all this, and that's all been done. The ladder's there as well, so that'll be going in there later on. Once I do that, so that's okay, that's been done. So hatch has been put on, all that stuff, no problem. So I've got a bit more P to do on there, but what I want to do now is move away from there and come back to these parts. And I'm going to move in a bit quicker, nearer I should say. I think that's near enough, isn't it? Because sometimes when I come up too high, it still stays in focus up to there. That's good. So I've got plenty of time. So now I've got these snips out. These are Tamiya snips, scissors I should say. And now I've got to start cutting these things off. And that's what I'm going to be doing for this segment, is cutting these off, getting them all ready. So what I want to do now is cut this bit off here. So that's got to be there. They all need cleaning. That's got up in there. That's okay. And then we've got to come along with all these. Try and cut further back. Oops, that's been done. And that's another one, and it's got to come. Oh, it's been done. They've been done, so I've got to come on these now, over this side. In fact, if I cut from the bottom on these ones, I should be safer, I think. I hope that didn't break. I think it did. I might not have done. I don't know what that is then. So perhaps it is separate. Soon find out. Really annoying with these things because you've got to be so delicate with them. I'll go back to the thinness of these ones, see if they make any difference. These ones. So, got to come around here. Right, that's that one. Right, so I've got to check that. So, there's some little bits there that have got to come off. Get a sharp knife for that lot. That bit's come off there, but I can actually build that up in a bit of plastic, so that's done. And that's that. So I've got cleaning up to do with that. And that bit there, I don't know where it goes. I think it's a separate bit by that, who knows. I have to have a look and see what it does on the instructions. Let's have a look, see what we can see. Ah, right, it does go up underneath there. Yep, it's broke off there, but that's okay. Super gluing that in, it's not going to be an issue. But the good thing is I can clean it out before I put it back in. It goes there, up there. And if I look at it, yep, that's it. So that's okay. I can clean those two bits up. That's good. Not good that it broke, but it's not too bad. It's going to be okay. Right, here we go. Let's go get these bits. Now they're all run. I've got to get this bit off now. And I think these are two tubes, and you can see, look, they've got a lot of detail on them. So I've got to go careful here. Don't know whether snips might be better. I'm not sure. We'll have a little go, see if we can see. You can see the old spring doesn't work so much. So that bit's done. So if I can get this off. Look at that. Snapped. There you go. Right, we're getting there, and I've got a feeling these bits come off as well. So if I leave them down there and cut these like this, I'll cut them further away. There you go. I don't know if we need a light on it. Yeah, let's have a look, see if it gives a bit more light. Yeah, it gives a bit more. It gives a bit more general light over here. I've got one over there now as well, so that I got plenty of light. Now I've got to cut these bits off, haven't I? So I think I'll use these. These might be a little bit more. Remember, I haven't got any spares of this, so I've got to go careful. It's nice when there's a little bit more room between them. Got to get those centre ones out. So I've got to get a bit more further in. I've got to clear these ones. Got to clear these ones to get into the ones you can see in the middle. So if I can cut those off. And then we can get inside there. Right, it's done. So that's that bit. All these bits are no good, I don't think, but I'm going to keep them just in case. I'm going to put them into a little... Right. Got some more to do there. And some more to do there. Quite a bit to do here. So, put that back in there. So we're going to get... This is all bits. Ah, that's it. I didn't need them bits there. So that can go there, that can go there. What I'm doing is putting things into here. Then I can't, if I've got a bit that I've missed, at least I can look in here to see if they're there. I'm just clearing up all the little pellets here. Little bits have broke off on the desk, so it cleans it up a bit. And these bits will be sanded with a wet sander because I don't want to muck it up. And I'm going to put a bit of plastic on the other side because that's ruined there. I might be able to get a bit of this plastic stuff in there to let it dry, and then clean up all round, and then put some little punch bolts, nuts to actually simulate what was on there. So what I'm going to do is this, is put this in there. Then I build it up a bit. I think you can see what I've done there. Anyway, good stuff this is, but now I've got to leave that to dry, and I'll put it in. Is that free? Yeah, that's it. And I'll just leave that like that. So that's that done. Right, now we've got this lot to do. Got quite a bit in here, and these are very fragile. That's a speaking trumpet there, it is, by the looks of it. If you look down in there. Speaking trumpet, by the looks of it. So I'm going to need to nip this bit off first, round here, without damaging that. So I'm going to do that with this bit. I'm going to go down the bottom. Go in the place. And hold on to it so I don't flick anything. And that's come off. Not a bad little frame. Make a nice little stanchion in for 35th. Anyway, there you go. So that's another bit that's going into my little jar. And what else was there to do? There was all these to do, and there's one in there. So I'm going to leave that there and put that over there to do all together. Then there's this bit. So we've got that bit to do, and this bit to do, and there's a lot of fiddly stuff on here. Look at this lot. So I can get this door off at the back here by doing this, giving it a bit of length. This is the front hatch that goes on the front of the tower, the conning tower, or the sail as some people call it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to nip I think you've seen me nipping bits off, so what I'm going to do is come back when I've finished. I think that'd be a better idea. See you a bit later. Well, I've got them all cut off. Took a while, obviously, and there's a load of bits and pieces there. I think I've lost one of the blocks, but I've counted on the actual instructions. There's only 6 needed, and I've got 7. I will look for the other one. I think it might go under a cupboard, but it's not a loss if I only need the 6, and that's what it looks like when you look at the instructions. So there you go. I haven't cut these bits off because I've seen a photograph and these weren't fitted to the particular the time scale, but whether these are actually after the war when they actually was used, I don't know. We'll have a look, but I'm keeping them just in case. I'm going to put them safe with a bit of tissue inside one of these boxes. That's what I'm going to do. So there you go, but these need cleaning up now. That white glue is doing quite a good job of that, replacing that there. If you can see, even got a look, what looks like a little nut there as well, so that's not doing a bad job of that. So it's a shame it broke, but it is brittle, this stuff. It is brittle, so there you go. Right then, so I'm going to call it quits today. This is 18:13 on Sunday evening, so I think I've had enough cutting up there. Still got some cleaning up to do. I think this hatch goes inside, the one when I glued here. I think this one goes here. Oops, this one goes here. So I'm going to be doing some on it because this is really a nice looking one, and that's what it is. So I'm going to have a look at the instructions, see how it fits on there. So there you go, because it looks more bulky and as you would think it would be. Right, thank you very much for that. Oh, I'll bring that back in there. There you go, because that's the bit you're going to see. And I'll catch you later on the next segment. Well, this is only going to be a short video just to show you that last night and a bit of this morning I cleaned this bit up and I realised it replaces the kit part here that you can see here, and it's much better than the kit part, and it actually looks the part as well. Good part. Anyway, so I've actually done a bit of tidying up around there, and I had to shorten the bracket it goes on, as you can see there. A bit of dust there. I had to shorten the bracket up underneath to level it off, then flatten a little bit of this, the actual 3D part. And to be honest, and then I kept pushing it, I placed it onto there to see if it wouldn't fit perfectly, obviously, because of those bits and pieces that are sticking out, but they are part of it, and that they're catches. And what I did is I've done that, and once I got that, I could get that positioned in the correct place. Now I'm quite happy with that, and it actually fits into the sub really nice. And look at the detail on that, that is much better. And even on the other side, which you're not going to see, because once it's in there, it's in there. So there you go. So that I'm quite pleased with that, and it does sort of sit like that if I just hold it down. I'll tell you what, we do this. That's it, it holds it. So that's it. So that's a little short update to show you that. And I was going to do it on, it took me a little while to get it sorted out, and I had to clean it up a bit, but I thought myself, you don't want to see me doing that, so I've just done a short segment on showing you what it looks like compared to what it did look like. And that was the other side actually, so if I pull that round, I think you'll see what I mean. It definitely is a big improvement. So there you go. Right, that's the end of this little segment. I'll catch you on the next one. Excuse me. Right, what we've got to do now, I've got this on this bit, that's good, up there. So what we've done that. So now we've got to actually do some bits on this back porch, but because there's got some bits to go up in this area here. So going by this, because that's a raised area, so we've got to actually get, where's my pencil? Here it is. We've got to get this one, and that one. So that's 8, 10 and 11. So that's what I've got to look for. So what we're going to come back and we're going to do that in a minute. So in the next couple of seconds we'll cut those bits off. Right, here we go. So we got 11, but there's 2 of those, and we've got 10 and 8, which is there. So they're the ones I've got to get out. So I'm going to find those. And where's my lures? Where's my blades? There's one. There you go. I'm going to use this one this time. This one here. Right. So now we've got to get 2 8s, which is going to be there, just there, whoops, Of course it's a sharper blade, so one. I better get one of those trays because I know I'm going to lose it. It's in there. The next one, which should be there. Let's turn this one round to get the other side. Right. Number 2, and then we want number 8, which is in the same area, which is this one, I think. Yep, it is. It's this one. So go to this end. As I said, it's quite thick brass, this. Really do need to sort my chisel out, don't I? But I'll do that later. There you go, that's the other bit. And the next one is number 10, I think I said. Let's have a look. Yeah, number 10, which is this bit. Oh, there's 2 number 10s, what looks like. Yeah, 2 10s. Right, here we go. So I'm going to go this way, dragging. This really is thick. I wonder where the scissors would do it, just out of interest. Not sure whether it will. Soon find out, won't we? If I do it now. If I just go out a little bit, I think it'd be better. There you go. Well, I'm going to go in the shed tomorrow and sort this business out. That bit's come off anyway. And that bit there. I think I can wiggle that off. There you go. Number 10 now. Which is there. No, it's not going to come off. Done. So we've got 2 10s, an 8, and 2 11s. We've got those, so that's it. So I'm going to put those one side. I'm going to sort them out tomorrow and talk them out, but I thought I'd just do that a little bit tonight, so that's done. So here we go then. I'll see you on the next segment. Hi, I'm back, and been a little bit busy, and I didn't want to do this on camera because it took a little while. I've actually glued the what I'm believing is a valve that actually closes off when it goes underwater again, because I think this is a snorkel. It goes above the water. That's what it looks like to me. And I've cleaned off the bottom. I've glued that in place as best as I can, and I think it's pretty much where it should be. I've also cleaned up the top bit on here, because this it goes the other way, goes on here, which I'm about to sort out later. I'm just going to put this on there so it's back, and the white makes it look a bit odd, but it won't be white later. So that goes on there like that, and then if I take that bit off because I don't want to damage it, I've actually put funny enough, I had a bit of plastic made up with which rod going into rod, and this part is meant to go into that. You can see there's a hole there, and it sits like that. So, but this one has got this base on, so it's got a hole in it still, and I'm going to sand it a bit more, but it fits on there nicely. And I think with that base at the bottom, that's what I'm going to leave on. I don't know whether it is, because there's no instructions for the actual 3D stuff. So I've looked at photographs, I couldn't see anything inside there, so I've just left that bit on like that, and I'm thinking, well, what's the point in cutting that off? It's going to give me a more secure base to go onto here. And I'm going to put another little bit of plastic rod on there to go into this one as well, so it gets going up further. And I'm going to find a rod for that, and I've got some rods, so that'd be okay. So that's what I've got so far. So I just got that one as a test bit. It's not going to be used. And yeah, so along with this, I'm going to be sorting out some painting on this bit later on, because obviously it's got to go together. And I know now that if this is really all tightly fitted, I can still slot this in like so, and it goes into place, as you can see. So I can actually put this in after it's all glued together, this bit, and then I can have the, excuse me, not a bit of super glue over there, it's got nothing in it, and put this in here as well, and it'll all give it strength. And you can then do this, and then this goes into on top, and it slides in still. So as you can see, it works, and there it is. If I go a bit lower of it, and you can see there it is. Right, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to put that back, and I've got to sand this off a bit more. I might even do that on camera quickly using this one, because it's pretty smooth actually. So yeah, I don't think I need to do that anymore. There's a bit of grippy there, because good, all nice, it stands up straight, and yes, it does perfectly. So that's good, so that can be going. I'm going to glue this bit on soon, so it's done. Goes right up to there, and it goes there and goes there, and that's what I'm going to do. And I might have to put a bit on there. I think that's where it goes, but it looks like a pipe that comes down, so there you go. I might be able to do something with that anyway. Put a bit of white glue around and give it a shave. But anyway, I'm going to glue that on now. I might as well glue that on now, so we can get that laying down. I've got some glue here, which I'm going to, oh no, I'm going to use this glue. I think this is the best one. This is the thicker stuff. Did I put down earlier on? Nope, I'm not going to use that. Not very good. So I'm going to stay with that for a moment, come back and get the extra thick one here, and put it in this bit as well, over the other corner. So I can do that and have a little dollop there. There you go, that's going to go back in, and There you go, and now I can put some of it on this, and being as it takes a bit longer to dry, doesn't it? So all the way around. Sorry, out of camera again. Always doing that. There you go. Now I'm going to put this on. Going careful I don't knock that ball off the bottom. And put it on there. Now I should be able to play with that to get it right on the spot. And yep. Round the back's got to go forward. All those bolts come together. And there you go. I'll just put a bit of repair on, oops, a bit of repair in the front later on, but I think I've got it on right, and I'm going to push that down. I'm pushing it down so it actually sticks fairly well in a gap, and it is now, so just going to hold it like that for a while. Oops, just there. Pair of pinches. And it doesn't want to stick, but it will do. Yeah, I can run a bit of super glue in there. Sorry. Yeah, what I'm going to do is run some super glue in that later on just to seal it. I'm looking at under magnification, that's what it is. If I hold that there, I might be able to get that to stay down a bit better. Right, can leave that like that. That's not bad at all. I can run a bit of super glue around that and that'll seal it up like a gasket. But there you go. So that's going to be okay. Although there's a bit of a cap at the front. I wonder. I'm always. Right, do that one there. And then one back here. Oops, wrong one. So no, it's not going to work because what happens is it brings the pressure on that one up. So I've got to keep it like it is. Oh, wow! If I keep forgetting, I can push it down on there. Push it down like that and hold it like that, because that's then I know that's going to line up now. Because that's perfect. So let's do that. Is a black super glue. It does take a little while to dry. What does it say? That just says thick and long cure. I was going to warm this net up, but I thought, well, but seeing on the submarines, it looks a bit bent in places anyway, so it's not too bad. Yeah, that'll do. I can put a bit of fin around that. Now if I put this like so, yeah, put this like they're standing up now. It'll be all okay, as you can see. So, done that bit. Now I've got to sort the other bit up, which is not that bit, which is this bit, and put another rod, whoops, a bit of a plastic rod up here, just to give me some stability when I put this up, because this is going to be not all the way up, because it evidently it used to go obviously above the surface when they was running along underwater, but with just a periscope depth with a snorkel up, so that it could be below the surface, but getting fresh air into the actual sub. Anyway, so right, I'm going to call that quits for the moment. Back in a little while when I've finished that bit. See you later. Back with another short segment. I decided to start getting some bits off, and I'm going to do this before I pack up, because now it's 18:39. I'm going to clear. This is the actual like radar, surface radar, or aerial for the actual transmissions. That's what I think it is anyway, if I'll look in the book later. But there you go, so we're going to get that bit out. There you go, that's that bit gone. So that's another bit, but got a few. We haven't got too many bits to get off this, I think. But anyway, so that's off the B sprue, that was, and it comes later on. It slides down to a tube that's actually on here, and I can show you that on this bit. And where is it? Let's see. Oh, there it is. This one slides down in here, where it's meant to, but you can actually drill that out and have it tube. I might have been put a tube in that, but you could actually put that further down, but either cutting it shorter or drilling it further down. But I might have it up slightly because it was aerial. So there you go, so that'd be there. Actually, that is where it goes, because it slides in another tube. I think it slides in and out over here. And if I remember rightly, it comes in here and goes down into there. And the way you keep it up is, I don't know how you keep it up now, I'm going to have a look. So, but anyway, so that bit's done. So I'm going to clean that up. So, bit of an ad hoc at the moment, because I'm trying to work out how to get these bits to fit inside and everything. I've done this now, I think quite pleased with that. Oops. Quite pleased how that's come out, and I've repaired that, and I've super glued it, and then basically reinforced it with fin glue all around it, all that joint. And of course when it's sprayed you ain't going to see it, but it's quite nice, and I think I've got it about right where it was. So there you go. I'm going to put that over there with my tweezers holding it up. There you go, what she's doing. Right then, thank you very much, and now I'll see you tomorrow now, where you won't know that, but it'll be just another segment. So, catch you later. Hi, back again, and as you can see I've test fitted this. Now this, I'm going to have to hold that because it's not stuck in there. I've actually done it, and it actually fits. Now what I can't put it through this, so this has got to eventually go on before this top bit goes on, which isn't a problem. So if I take that out, cleaned it all up anyway, and that was on the buzzer, and there it is. See, that goes, it will go down. And what I've done, and if I take this off, you'll see what I've done. I've actually put a rod there, and if I take this off, you can see there I've got a little pin put in that one. So when I do this, I just put this in down there, and it's a very good fit. And whoops, and basically, because that's all loose too. So if I hold this like this, comes on like this, and it sits there lovely. And I could actually make this smaller so it's lower down, but I quite like that. And the periscope will go up to just about the same height in the actual periscope bit, which is just there. It'll be up about that way, so it'll just look reasonable. It's not too high. So that's the idea behind this. So quite happy with that. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So right, let's call that quits now. We're back. Sorry, I had someone putting something through the door and it made a bang and went down to see what it was. So that's okay. So as you can see, so that's the idea behind that. That's quite a good idea. I thought so anyway. So made it easier for me. But I left this base on because it actually will give me something substantial to actually glue it and the height in. Now you can, as I said, I could have cut these across and had it really low, but I thought no, this looks okay at that height. And this could be a case of they put it up and left it up ready for diving, and that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, it just looks nice. So as you can see, if I come down a bit, I think I've shown this quite a few times on the last segments, yeah, and there it is, and the other side. And I'm going to put a bit of glue on that just to get that to melt a bit more in, but I don't think that's too bad. Looks about right. So anyway, so I'm going to put that in my little clamp I've got here. There you go. Just holds it up straight so it doesn't drop and break, and it's out of the way. So I know now that I'll have to put this in, that bit in after. That's the reason I get that there. So another thing is this bit I've cleaned up goes into this bit, and I'm even tempted to put that doesn't go through, so that's the height for it. So I'm tempted to bring that down a bit. So I'll put this back in temporarily. There you go. If I lean it over, that's the height, and that's not too bad really when you think about it. So I might leave that and just glue it in place like that. And I can glue this and then put this on, but I can actually do that and it will stay where it is. I might drill it down and put it a bit lower, I'm not sure. Anyway, at least we've got things moving on now. Now what we're going to be doing now is taking that out now. Going back to this, I need to put a collar that's on here, and it's called P1. This there, P1, goes on top of this little bit here. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. And P1 is there. So I'm going to bring this over. I couldn't see it at all because all the actual numbers on this are clear, but when you go to this, it doesn't show up very well. But then when you go over here, you can just about see it says that's S10. So it's really weird. But it is the one. Let's have a look from the top. Yeah, it says P1, which is really weird. S10. So, not sure. But anyway. Oh, here it is, up here. Sorry, there it is. That's the one. And that is P1. There it is, P1. There you go. Let's go. We'll get the knife out now, and we'll get that sorted out. And I'm going to start doing a bit more plastic now, because I've noticed I can do some more plastic bits, which is quite an handy thing to do. Right, here we go. So I'm going to get this one off, and the same process is to actually slide across a bit at a time, because I still haven't done my chisel that I want for this sort of thing. Most of the time I don't need a big chisel to do it, or a bit really sharp blade, which I've modified. I know Ron Calvary's done it, and I like his blade, but this is thicker, even thicker than the stuff that Ron uses, so it's really thick. And sometimes a new blade just doesn't last 5 minutes. Oops, now I'm going to have to straighten this one up now. Not a problem. Right, there you go. I've got to flatten it in a minute, which I can do. Good thing it's quite thick, and if you kneel it, it'll do it anyway. So what I'll do now is get the file, and I'm going to have to come back in a couple of seconds. I'm back. There we go. So I don't need that for the moment, so I'll put that over there. We're going to get this cleaned up and flattened, and I will anneal it to, even though it only goes on flat. There you go, that's that one done. There's another one. I don't know whether the scissors will snip it off. Yeah. It did. Yeah. Yep. It doesn't do it off the fret, but it does do a reasonable job this, and then I can just use the file afterwards. There you go. Right, float file again. Is that bit done? Just going to make sure. Last thing you want to see is a bit of lump once the paint goes on. Here we go again. That's that. That's the last one again. Right, I will anneal it. Just to, so I can get nice and flat, and it doesn't do it any harm anyway. So here we go. That's it, that's enough. Put it on the tile and bring the tile back in. And as it's flat, I'm going to put it to the side. And it's nice and flat. But what I will do now on the tile is just put those, just scratch it underneath basically, because it gives it something to bite on when you glue it. There you go. So what we're going to do is bring this back over and have a look, see where it goes. And that's where it sits, on top there. So that's not bad. So I need a bit of super glue now. And I've got a little tub here. And I want my thick stuff again, because I quite like that. Because you have many dabs of it. I'm going to put it in there, on the centre. There you go. Down my. Oops. So fix it. Here we go. So we're going to come down a bit, I suppose, if we be easier. That'll do. Right, then we're going to get a bit of glue. And we're going to put it round there. On the inner ledge, not the other one, so inner ledge. Right, and now we should be able to get that on, and you have a bit of time for moving. Push down. I suppose I should line it up a little bit with the old nuts. Didn't think of that at the time. Yep. Because I think they'd have had it like that. Well, I've done it like that anyway. Lovely. Yep, that looks apart, and it gives me a bit more detail. Now we've got another bit of detail is going to go here, and then we've got the two handles, because when these come out through here, it looks like they've got some handles in there to hang on to. So got those to do. So there's a little more there. So what happens if this? I can put this up through. There you go. That's what it looked like. It's going to be up about that far in the sub when I've got it finished. so it doesn't take up too much room in a case. You don't want a high case for just because the periscope sticking up about 20 feet. There you go. So that's that bit. Another bit done. So going back to the instructions. Might have to stop this video because I've got a few seconds anyway. Go back to the instructions now, and we can start putting plastic parts in, like where the lights go in and that sort of thing. It's on the other previous page. Yeah, here we go. Start it. We can start putting some of these things in place, and that's what I'm thinking about doing. And that bit goes in place as well. And you stick it onto the actual. You stick that part which is there, and it goes into this area here. And I've still got to do that though first before I put anything together inside a bar there. I decided to do that, go across with a bit of plastic. I think that'd be a good idea, rather than me melting into the actual sub. There you go. So right, here we go then. So we've got to look for parts. What's parts number? A6. I think this is A. Oops, I can see the parts already. There is A. So put this back up here out of the way. Won't be long before we get nearly towards the end, I think, in regards to do anything else. Right, so where's my snips? Oh, I put them away, didn't I? Right, we go. So we've got to get these parts. And so this side is A5. And the other side is A6, so we do A6 first, A6. And here's A6. Snip it close in, like that. Get it nice and flat on the part. Come the other side, and this one's a bit easier. That's number 6. Clean that up. And then I'll do the other one on the other side afterwards. So I'm going to do this. Oh, sorry, done it off camera. Same principle. Then this one. It says put all those bits in first. These little light things, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do that because it could be able to reach through easy. And now I've got to just clean this curve up because there's a bit of mould needs to clean up, and then there's a bit there. Does that go anywhere? Let's have a look. Oh, it does. Don't sand that bit off, Paul. That would have been a bit silly. It's one of the locating pins. Right, I'm going to take all the tape off this now because I need to be able to do something. Take that out, and there we go. Won't be long before we be doing a bit of spraying on the inside of this, I think. And getting this off the back, like so, and right off the back. And there's one there. Get that off, and one more here to get off. Right, now we've got to do. So the A6 was this side. So A6 would go like this. There you go. And that's what it would look like. So I'm going to clean a bit up there because there's a bit of cleaning up needs to be doing. So where's my old thing? Oh, you didn't see that. I'm doing that inside. Right, now we've got to get some glue. And where's mine? Where is it? Oh, there it is, right in front of me, little eyes. And I'm going to put it in place. Oops. Put it in place. And then run glue on the inside. Like so. Oops. I think you can see that little peg went into place just here where I'm putting the glue. Right. place, and then I'll do the top as well. Just run a little bit of glue across there and let that stay now, and then we should have a nice little bay there. It's perfect. Yeah, very nice. So now we've got to do the other one, so I'll do that one off camera now. Back in a sec. Right, we've done that. We haven't glued it together. This piece will have to be glued in, so I'm going to be spraying some of this and putting all in there, spraying it on there, and then putting some of this together. So, because obviously once you've, yeah, this goes in quite easily. But it won't be with other details, so I might have to put it all in. As you can see, we've all tightened up. This isn't going to go in, so I've got to do some painting before I actually put it together, and then I've got to add some bits around here as well, some PE bits around here, the handrails and everything. So there you go. So anyway, so I'm going to call that quits for now, and this will be the end of this update, and we'll start doing the other one later today. Well, later after tea, that is, or dinner I should say. Catch you later, and happy modelling. Thank you very much for watching.